if anyone was racist in the Mass Effect series, it was actually Exo Pressley, I believe. And I was actually kind of surprised because I don't think I knew about Exo Pressley's personal feelings towards the other alien races until the Normandy DLC in Mass Effect 2, when we were reading Exo Pressley's, or as Shadow likes to call him, Hugs and Kisses Pressley, his personal notes, his journal. And it was really cool reading through that journal, because you saw him actually calling the alien races derogatory terms, I think, if I remember correctly from reading his journal. And then at the end, when you reach the end of his journal, before he died in Mass Effect 2, he said that he was very ashamed of his behavior and his attitude towards aliens from the beginning, as he was rereading his journal. And he admits that he was wrong. And he said that he would totally give his life and die for these other crew members, these other diverse crew members, because he recognizes that we're all on the same side. We're all, we're all people, and we all should be treated the way that we want ourselves to be treated. And that was probably my favorite part of the Normandy DLC, was reading through Exo Pressley's notes. So, but back to Ashley, I didn't mean to go to veer away, but I thought it would be nice to talk about Exo Pressley as well. But I liked Ashley. I felt though that she, to me, wasn't as interesting as Kaden, especially in Mass Effect 3. And a lot of people I know found Kaden to be really boring. I'll get to that in a second. I think my biggest complaint about Ashley is not necessarily her fault, per se. I think that her romance throughout this entire trilogy was a little lackluster. Especially in Mass Effect 3. I've seen Ashley's romance, and I think a good number of people agree that her romance in Mass Effect 3 especially left a bit to be desired, especially compared to Kaden's romances. And I've also been hearing that, unfortunately, her romance moments in the Citadel DLC is also kind of meh as well. So I think I'm a little disappointed that BioWare didn't give Ashley's romance a little more love, especially in the Citadel DLC, since I think in the forums a lot of people were kind of complaining about her romance in the core Mass Effect 3 game, and it would have been nice if BioWare had responded to that by trying to give her a little more substance in the romance realm with the Citadel DLC. I guess since I'm on the subject of Ashley, I should now talk about Kaden, the Vermeer non-survivor for this Shepard. I already explained in a previous video why Kaden's not here. A lot of you guys I know, especially since this is a gay Let's Play, a lot of you guys were really disappointed when they found out that Kaden didn't survive for Clive Shepard's playthrough. And I can't blame them. If I had to choose between Ashley and Kaden, I do like Kaden more. I do, and it's more than because Kaden's the guy. It's more than just that. I mean, I think I actually found Kaden more interesting than Ashley, especially in Mass Effect 3. And in fact, Mass Effect 2, I thought I liked Kaden more during the meetup between Shepard and Ashley, or Shepard and Kaden. I think I preferred the one between Shepard and Kaden more, especially with the letter that, if you romance Kaden, the letter that he sends Shepard in Mass Effect 2, apologizing for his behavior and what he said to you in Mass Effect 2. It was great, and God bless Raphael Sbarge. Raphael Sbarge himself, the voice actor for Kaden, on his YouTube channel, did a really special video of himself reading out loud Kaden's letter to Shepard, and it made...
Want to dance?
It made... No, I'm talking about Kaden. I can't dance right now. That made my heart melt, and I think it made a lot of fans, mostly fangirls, probably some fanboys, but it made a lot of fangirls melt as well. So thank you to Raphael Sbarge for doing that, because that was a great treat for those of us who really like Kaden. I think people thought that Kaden was boring was because, like Jacob, he was just the nice guy, and that's really all that there seemed to be towards him. And I thought there was more to him than that. In fact, I thought that Kaden was a little more interesting than Jacob was, especially when you talk to him in Mass Effect 1 and he's got all those stories about his time in biotic school, biotic camp. I forgot what he called it. He went to this university or boot camp for biotic people, and he just had a few stories about that. Maybe even, yeah, I remember correctly, he had some stories about his previous relationships, and all that good stuff. People, I think, also didn't like Kaden because they thought he was whiny. I don't know what it is I don't know what it is about me personally, but all of the BioWare characters that many players seem to think are whiny, like Carth, Alistair, Kaden, I never found them whiny. I found them vulnerable, which I think is a very attractive and very, in my opinion, endearing thing to have for a male character to have, when he can clearly take care of himself physically in a fight. Carth, Alistair, and Kaden, they're all very capable combat-wise. So calling them whiny, I don't know. I don't like that, because I think that when you have someone who is very combat-oriented, seeing a softer side to them or seeing a vulnerable side to them is attractive. Because I think there are a lot of more brutish characters who that kind of thing doesn't really I don't really go for that. I don't really it doesn't allow me to connect with them. Characters are supposed to have flaws. Even if you do find them whiny, characters are supposed to have flaws, and they're supposed to have vulnerabilities and weaknesses, and if they don't seem to have that, I feel a lot more distant towards the characters. And I think that's why I ended up really opening up more to Kaden, is because I knew that Kaden can talk to me about anything, and I knew that I could talk to Kaden about anything, and that he has no issue sharing his feelings he can share his feelings without any worry that I would call him a whiner. I want him to tell me what he's thinking. I want him to tell me if something honestly is bothering him. I don't want him to hide it, So, yeah. And, just the fact that Raphael Sbarge, like I said, was voicing him didn't hurt either. I loved Carth. Absolutely loved Carth. I was really disappointed that there weren't any gay options in Knights of the Old Republic. If there is a mod that allows you to have a gay romance with Carth, please tell me, because that would make my day. But I knew, when I first started playing Mass Effect and I heard Kaden's voice, I was like, that sounds familiar. Why does that voice sound so familiar? And then I found out it was the same voice actor for Carth, and I thought that was excellent. One more thing about Kaden, I'm so happy that they ended up making him bisexual. And I felt kind of bad, again, with Ashley. I felt kind of bad that they didn't have Ashley bisexual, because I figured if they made Kaden bisexual, surely they'd make Ashley bisexual. But I guess they figured that Liara was already the bisexual character from Mass Effect 1, so adding Ashley on top of that might be a little bit redundant in terms of the same gender romances, especially since you kind of could have a bisexual relationship with Kelly, and also Samara to a degree. But the Kaden, I've seen videos of the Kaden romance, and I thought it was very well done. And the way that he talks to Shepard over lunch, when they have lunch in the Citadel, sort of explains that the main reason that he didn't go after Shepard romantically in Mass Effect 1 was because he was still kind of figuring out his sexuality, which makes perfect sense. I think a lot of people thought it didn't make sense to turn Kaden gay. I don't think Kaden turned gay. First of all, he was originally supposed to be gay in Mass Effect 1. Like, the recordings, Raphael Sbarge recorded in the script, as well as Mark Meer, they recorded the dialogue for a gay romance between the two, but they pulled it out at the last minute. You can still kind of mod Mass Effect 1 to allow there to be a gay romance with Kaden. And I think BioWare actually included extra dialogue in Mass Effect 2, definitely in Mass Effect 3. There's a little bit of extra dialogue in Mass Effect 3 for Kaden and Shepard. If you had modded Mass Effect 1 to have had a gay relationship with Kaden in Mass Effect 1, which I thought was really cool of BioWare to do. But it works either way, either whether or not Shepard actually had a gay romance with Kaden in Mass Effect 1. But there are many people in this world who start out dating women through high school, through college, sometimes beyond, and then realize that they really prefer men and start dating men, sometimes even exclusively. One of my previous boyfriends actually was straight all through high school and college. He did prefer women, very much so. And then, after he graduated, during a 2-year time period, he did a complete 180. Like, he went from being attracted to women and then was completely attracted to men. Maybe there's a little bit of female attraction, but men was clearly higher for him. So, it happens. You know, I can't speak for myself because I think I've always been gay. I was never attracted by women, but I know that there are people who have been in that situation where they were originally attracted to women and then either became bisexual or completely gay. It does happen. Who am I to say that, you know, they were actually gay the whole time, or who am I to say that there's no such thing as bisexual? I'm not going to get into that argument right now, but I think that with Kaden's case, it's believable. That's all I'm saying, and you can't just make assumptions about a character just because they didn't happen to romance a same gender in a previous game. You can't make that assumption, because I can't make that assumption with people in real life. So, I'm really sorry, again, that Kaden wasn't in this LP. I love Kaden. I do prefer him over Ashley. I do like Ashley, but I do prefer him over Ashley. But I think in the end, I kind of like... The silver lining is, if Kaden did survive the Vermeer, if Kaden did survive Vermeer, I think it would be interesting to see if Clive would have chosen Kaden over Steve Cortez. I don't know, I feel like part of me would have wanted to go for Kaidan if he was available with Clive when I started this LP, because I already knew Kaidan and because I wanted to romance Kaidan as a gay relationship in Mass Effect 1. But I am so glad that I romanced Steve, because he was a fantastic romance. And I think that I would have missed out on that opportunity to get it on film to record in my LP if Kaidan was around. Yeah, it would have been great for me to have recorded a Kaidan romance with this LP, but I don't think that there are any LPs right now that have romanced Steve Cortez, and there might not be for a long time. I don't know. I feel that there would probably be another LP that would romance Kaidan as a gay relationship. I feel that would happen before there would be another LP that would have romanced Steve Cortez. So I kind of like that my LP has the Steve Cortez relationship, because I feel that there are going to be so few, if not any, LPs out there that will showcase the Steve Cortez romance, especially since you kind of get a Kaidan romance anyway from LPers who LP a FemShep romance with Kaidan. So you kind of already can get that from other LPers, like with Shally, for example. You kind of already get that. So, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy with the way things worked out. But Kaidan, I love you, man. I definitely miss you a lot. Shepard thinks about you and hopes that you are resting in peace wherever you are. And my FemShep is, of course, enjoying her time romancing you. So I don't feel too bad about that, because in a parallel universe, you're still kicking and are still happy. So, Ashley and Kaidan, mwah, to both of you.
Okay, and I guess the last person that we're gonna see before we end is Jacob. And then we can save more for, I guess, next time.
I'm an Alliance Marine.
Okay.
Consider now. Of course.
Jacob! Jacob, where are you? Where is Jacob? I don't know. Where do I go to wait for Jacob? It's supposed to be here somewhere. Where is he? Jacob! Huh. I have no idea where he went.
You could win.
No, I don't want to do the claw game yet. Castle Arcade. I have no idea.
Mostly through observation. Your matches are a special education. Thanks.
Yeah, he should be in here somewhere. I'm just totally missing him. I don't know why. Not over here.
Take that.
No. Maybe he's outside.
That's recruit reading. Towers of Hanoi. I don't think so.
Maybe he's out here. I don't know. Oh! No, that's not him. There he is. Alright, there's Jacob.
Hey, Shepard, over here. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. What's up?
Out for a little R&R. You?
Exactly. Same thing.
Hey, Jacob, I'm out of credits.
Nice hair.
Who are they?
The parents are MIA. Volunteered to take them on for the weekend, get their minds off things.
Oh, that's sweet.
What about us, Shepard? There's got to be a game of skill in there with our names on it.
Let's do it.
Great.
Oh, nice. Okay.
This is your game of skill.
Now, Shepard, I'll try not to embarrass you.
Really? Trash talk? That shattered Ezo?
Hell yeah, my pride is on the line. Also, these kids look up to me, so I have to take you down.
You're gonna take me down? I don't think so.
Well, step up, Shepard. Although it might be tough not having your squad to carry you.
You're on.
Come on, Taylor.
No pressure, Shepard. These people already idolize you. So when you choke, it won't matter.
You're crowding me.
Am I? My bad. Stand back, everyone. Shepard needs extra room to make the magic happen.
Ready? Let's do this.
Oh, great.
Glad none of your friends are here to see your humiliation.
I'm not that great at this game.
That all you got?
Come on, Taylor.
Come on. Yes!
That all you got?
Check it
Oh
out,
no,
Shepard. Feel
Jacob's
that
not.
feeling of doom.
Come on, button
mind.
mashing.
I got this. That pain
Come
you
on,
feel is
button
me
mashing.
kicking your
Don't
ass.
fail me now.
Nice.
Nice one.
Whew.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Yeah! Commander Shepard wins!
That was pitiful, Taylor. Just, well, incompetent, really.
You couldn't just let me win just once?
Aww.
Come on, Shepard. Let's grab some food. I'm buying.
Aww. That is sweet. I was getting worried there. I thought Jacob was totally going to beat me. I know a lot of people who seem to complain about Jacob felt that he was boring. I never found him boring. He was a nice guy, and I don't know, I just thought the quest, the loyalty mission with him and his father was really interesting. I don't know, I don't think there's anything wrong with the character that just, he's the nice guy, that's the character. I mean, I don't know, I always liked Jacob just fine. I guess they could have done a little more with him, but yeah, you know, I guess maybe the fact that I don't have that much to say about him might be might be attributed to, I guess, his boringness, but I don't know. I guess I was a little disappointed with BioWare that they decided to basically spit in the eyes of everyone who romanced Jacob in Mass Effect 2. Like, I don't know, I felt like maybe they did it because it was more realistic, that not everyone stays true to Shepard, that not everyone is completely Shepard sexual. But I think when it goes between realism and what's fair for the players, I thought it was unfair. I felt it personally that it was unfair to the people who decided that they wanted to romance Jacob to have what ends up happening in Mass Effect 3 happening. I don't know. That's just me personally, and I feel that BioWare probably should not have done that. But that's just my opinion. That's completely my opinion. Because I think a lot of people were giving Jacob flack as it is, and this only reinforced it. This only, for the people who were not really big Jacob fans. But yeah, fortunately I haven't romanced Jacob yet with any of my Shepards, but I don't know, I just feel bad for everyone who did. Thane, I guess I also felt bad too, but I guess you kind of knew going into the relationship with Thane that it probably wouldn't last very long, so I guess the players were well warned of that. But even though, I think that it just seemed that BioWare spent so much more emphasis in the romances for the people who were in Mass Effect 1, like Liara, Ashley, and Kaidan. Well, I shouldn't even say that. I feel that Ashley's romance in Mass Effect 3 left a little to be desired. I thought Kaidan's was fantastic, and the fact that they made Kaidan gay just was, you know, cherry on top, I guess, if you will. Frosting on the cake. So, anyway, guys, I guess those are all my musings for now. I'm not really sure how much more is left. I know I still have to invite Koiliat into my apartment for Thane, for a memorial for Thane. And then after that, I don't know if there's any more left after that, but we'll see. So thanks again, guys, for watching, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying this LP of the Citadel DLC. So until next time, folks, love yourselves and love each other.